Incineration, it is the process where the completely burning of waste is carried out. Okay, so we yesterday discuss about this process, incineration. So incineration is one of the most effective disposal method in which the solid organic waste are subjected to combustion and convert them into residue and gaseous product. So this process sterilize and stabilize the waste and reduce volume of solid waste up to 20 to 30% of original waste. Most of the combustible material is converted into ash and carbon dioxide. This method required the separation of material like soil, broken glasses, ceramic material, and metals which are the non-combustible in nature, and the combustible garbage is burned in the furnace. Okay. So here is the process, incineration process, where the completely burning of waste is carried out, and before the burning of waste into the furnace. Okay. So that furnace, it is called as combustion chamber, or you can say the furnace. Okay, or either you can say the incinerator. Okay, so this process which required the separation of material like soil, broken glasses, ceramic material, and metal from the combustible material, because this material is non-combustible material, and before the combustion into the furnace we need to separate this material. The incineration is waste treatment process that involves the combustion of organic substance containing the waste material. This process, incineration and other high temperature waste treatment system are described as a thermal treatment process. Okay. So yesterday we discussed about these different types of systems are used. You can say the mechanical treatment or mechanical volume reduction method, then thermal volume reduction method, then separation and segregation method, and drying and dewatering methods. So these are the various methods which are used for the minimization of volume of waste. So this process like incineration, combustion, burning, pyrolysis, gasification. So these all process or methods of the incineration. This all process of the thermal treatment, okay, or thermal volume reduction. So incineration of waste material converts the waste into the ash, flue gases, and heat. And incinerators are used for this process. This process, incineration process, is carried out at a furnace, and that furnace is called as incinerator. Okay. So the different types of incinerator are available. So what are that incinerator? So the mass burn incinerator, then fluidized bed incinerator. Okay. So these are the different incinerator types that we will discuss next. So that is what the thermal volume reduction method. The volume of municipal waste can be reduced by almost 90% by incineration method. In the past, incineration was quite common, but with the advancement in environmental laws and air pollution act, it is restricted to indoor mechanical incineration only. Okay, so by mechanically means where the all waste is going to be burned into that furnace. The principal product obtained from the combustion of solid waste include heat, gases, and variety of oils and various organic compounds. The principal elements of solid waste are the carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen and sulfur. The form of CO2, H2O, N2, and SO2. In practice, variety of other gases compounds are also formed. So this type of gases we generate at the process of the incineration like CO2, N2, and SO2. Okay. So what is the use of byproduct? So after the incineration, whatever that byproduct which generated, so you can use as the residual of their waste after burning are used to produce the low grade concrete and as a road metal. Okay, that means you can use for the road construction as a metal, and also you can use for the low grade concrete purpose. Okay. Ash can be used for the making bricks, so you can use as a raw material for the brick production and brick manufacturing, or the block manufacturing and block production. Okay, so that means you can use that for the manufacturing of bricks and block. Then another byproduct is steam, which generated at the incineration plant, which you can use for the generation of the electricity, because that incineration plant which operated at a higher temperature and which generate a huge amount of heat, and that heat you can use for the heating of water and to generate the electricity by using turbines. So these are the different uses of the byproduct which occurs at the process of incineration. So you can see this is what the structure of the incineration plant. Okay, so what is that exactly the incineration process? You can see from that diagram. Okay, so you can see the first part that is showing in green, that is called as mix and unrecyclable municipal solid waste. Okay, so the waste which comes from that whatever your collection point, or the waste which comes from the transfer station. Okay, so transfer station, that point we already covered, the point where the waste is collected and separated, segregated, and finally the remaining waste which transport at the incineration plant. Okay, so the waste which comes from the in a transfer station, or either you can say the waste which directly come from that collection point. Okay, so city collection or a town collection, so directly waste you can transfer at the incineration plant, or the waste from that transfer station you can transfer at the incineration plant. Okay, so this is what the mix, or either you can say the unrecyclable municipal solid waste, or recyclable, that is whatever that recyclable which usable, that separated, and unwanted, unuseless, that going to be burned at the incineration process. Okay, so that is the waste which collected, which dump into that, you can see that is what the bow well where the waste is collected. Okay, and that green color which showing the waste. Okay, so waste is collected from the container and truck from that different collection point. Secondly, you can see that bluish color that indicate the crane. Okay, so that crane which utilized to crushing that waste. Okay, so when you are going to crush that waste, that going to reduce the volume of the waste. Okay, so also you can put that waste into that combustion chamber. Okay, so that is what the purpose of that crane, which is used for the crushing of that all waste, which reduce the volume of that waste, and that waste which put into the combustion chamber. So the next red color, which is the main part and main compartment, which showing the combustion chamber. Okay, or heating chamber, where the all waste which going to be burned at a higher temperature of 1000 and 1200 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that is what the chamber, that is called as combustion chamber or heating chamber, where the heat is maintained more than 850 degrees Celsius up to 1000 to 1200 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that the red color which showing the combustion chamber. Okay, so at the combustion chamber, the all type of waste is going to be burned out, and which converted into the hot exhaust gases. Okay, so you can see the after the burning of this all waste at higher temperature, which generate huge amount of heat and gases, and that gases which you can collect at the boiler. Okay, so the bottom ash, that is after the burning of waste, whatever that remaining residue, that is nothing but the bottom ash. So that bottom ash you can supply that for metal and material recovery and recycling. That means that bottom ash you can use for that brick manufacturing, block manufacturing, other uses for the low grade concrete. You can use that bottom ash. Okay, so these are the uses of that byproduct of bottom ash after the burning of waste at the furnace. So the remaining gases, okay, or hot exhaust gases which comes from the furnace and combustion chamber, which supply to the boiler. Okay, so where this heat is utilized, and that heat is converted into steam at the boiler. Okay, so this heat is converted to the steam by using different boilers, and that steam, you can see that steam is supplied to the steam turbine. Okay, so that where the turbine okay, so the steam turbine, where the steam is converted into electricity by using turbine. So that means due to the generation of high heat, that heat is converted into steam by using boiler, and that steam is converted into electricity by using steam turbine. Okay, and that electricity you can supply for that particular town and city. Also, that heat is utilized to operate this incineration plant. Okay, and other purposes also you can use that heat. Also you can use that heat for the boiling of water. So these are the various uses of that which are the huge amount of heat which generated at the incineration plant. Okay, so you can boil the water, you can supply that hot water to the city. Also you can use to produce the electricity, or also you can supply that electricity to the particular city. Okay, or also that electricity you can use for that particular incineration plant. So these are the different uses of a huge amount of heat and steam which generated at the incineration plant. Okay, so you can see this heat is utilized by boiler, and that heat is converted into steam, and that steam is uh, converted into electricity by using steam turbine. Okay, so at the below you can see that's what the exhaust gas. So okay, so whatever that exhaust, whatever that gases which generated at the incineration plant. Okay, so different types of toxic gases which generated after the burning of that waste. Okay, it may be the CO, it may be CO2. Okay, or it may be other like sulfur, carbon, nitrogen. Okay, so these are all different gases which generated at the incineration plant. So these gases which are the harmful gases and toxic gases. So before supply of that gases or before release of that gases into the atmosphere, it is need to clear that gases, okay, before entered into the atmosphere. Okay, or purification is important before supply or before release of that gases into the atmosphere. Okay, so these different types of or different systems are used for that minimization of that minimization of impact or minimization of that pollution of gases. Okay, so what are the different control devices which are used for air pollution control? So you can see gravitational settler, next centrifugal collector, next weight collector, next electronic precipitator, next fabric filter. So these different types of devices which are used to control the air pollution at the incineration plant, and after that these gases which release into the atmosphere through the stack or chimney at a higher level of atmosphere. Okay, so that gravitational settler, centrifugal collector, and electrostatic precipitator, how they works, that going to discuss the next.